Hi all, a little bit more of a serious topic in today's video, and there's going to be a lot of strong opinions on this, so feel free to leave them down below in the comments. But I think you can very safely say that Qatar Airways alongside United Airlines have been probably two of the fastest growing carriers in the Australian market in recent years. Obviously focusing on very different endpoints and different markets, but their rapid growth has been more than present. During the pandemic though, Qatar Airways remained one of the only international airlines flying, and has looked to build upon trust and also quality of service by adding more Australian destinations, frequencies and so much more. However, and a massive however, any plans on adding services to cities or expanding to new ones will not be moving ahead following the Australian government rejecting a request by the Doha-based airline to further expand in the country, something that they've been wanting to do for a considerable period, but just can't get the approval and now have that formal rejection. Qatar Airways had viewed adding more routes as a means to better compete in the Australian market and take market share away from existing carriers by offering competitive pricing and fantastic route offerings. We know that the Qatar Airways network is not only significant just on their own, but with all their code-sharing partners, they cover the vast majority of the globe. And when taking a look at the already existing airlines that fly into Australia, say via Asian or Middle Eastern ports, and then have routes that continue onwards to, say, European destinations, whether that's Cathay Pacific, Emirates, Etihad Airways, or something else, Qatar Airways offer a very attractive price and a very competitive service. The Doha-based airline has continued, according to them and many others, been there for Australians on a multi-year basis, with the pandemic-related effort that I mentioned earlier in the video not being their only notable point where they've been there for citizens. The airline believed that the support it's shown to citizens over recent years would be appreciated and aid them in expanding as they had the right idea of what they wanted. As they had good intentions, the Australian government has said otherwise. Local Australian media reported that while the airline had state premier backing, higher up there were rumblings over the potential issues it would cause to a recovery for the Australian aviation industry. You can take that however you want, but according to most on forums and more, this is largely seen as a direct means of ensuring that national carrier Qantas retains market share and therefore has the support of fending off any potential competition, which it is increasingly seeing more of as airlines find lucrative slots, have more available aircraft, and so much more. For airports and customers, while a decision to see this Qatar Airways expansion refused does come as a bit of a blow, as eager airlines are always pretty hard to deny unless dictated by the government, as they're fantastic for the airports. But while they do have a say and would be showing their support, ultimately their opinions may not be listened to in the end, when coming to that final answer, which in this case was a very massive no to any expansion plans, and I would love to hear your opinions on this. I do think it's one of the more engaging topics, so you can let me know down below in the comments. Do you believe the Australian government rejecting plans for Qatar Airways to expand is right? Or was it completely wrong and it's not fair on the Doha-based airline? Thanks for watching, take care and be safe. I'll see you in a few days taking once more a look at our aviation industry.
And we'll fly.